Hey everyone. I recently started working a 9 to 5 and I hate it. It's only been 1 week, but I don't like the traffic. I'm always driving in rush hour. When I get off of work, there's always people around. I miss my little barista schedule where I would go to work at like 5 a.m. and be done by 2. Now I have a 9 to 5. So I thought I'd show you guys what my 5 to 9 after my 9 to 5 looks like. Pigeon, as you can see, really does not like this new schedule. He's used to me being home all day, aren't you, mister? But that's what we have going on now. I think it's important to have a routine after your 9 to 5 just because it's so easy to fall into a rut and just start watching TV when you get back home or just turning your brain off, which is fine for a little bit, but we shouldn't have to wait until the weekend to start living our lives. So that's what my little routine is for, to help me start. Hey, I'm sorry I have to work now, but don't bite me. Sorry about him. I don't think we should have to wait till the weekend to live our lives. So here is my 5 to 9 after my 9 to 5 routine. Hopefully you all can enjoy and take some inspiration from it. Okay, so I think that the most important thing to do right after you get home from work is what I like to call brain rot time. You don't actually have to be looking at actual brain rot. Just taking a moment to turn off your brain and not have to think about anything for just like 30 minutes or something is so important, because I know when I get home from work, I am so exhausted from the day and just from like talking to people and handling all these stressful situations all day. It's never fun, so I just like to take a moment to read, scroll through my phone, watch an episode of something, just anything that puts you into that relaxation mode. I also, you saw, but I changed because I'm not gonna wear scrubs while I'm at home. That would be kind of gross. And then I also just wash my hands. Normally I'll shower, I just didn't do that today, but just degrease yourself and get into comfy mode, as I call it. So my job consists of a lot of sitting down all day and just talking to people, which I don't like to do either of those. So when I get home, I like to decompress and not speak to anyone and get some movement in, which takes us to our next point. Alright, so the next thing on my 5 to 9 routine is getting some movement in. It's really cold today, and by that I mean it's like 40 degrees, so not freezing, but I don't have any jackets, so we're doing some Pilates and just some stretches today. I would normally go for a walk or try to get outside. Yeah, just getting some movement in. I know a lot of people, me especially, I just sit all day at work, so I love to stretch like my legs and just feel like I haven't been doing nothing all day. I really want to try and get a gym. He just knocked himself off of the bed. Sir. I want to start going to the gym again soon, so I'm going to get a membership by where I work so I can just pop over there after when I'm all like gross and greasy from the workday still. But for now, we're just doing some at-home Pilates. I just pull up a YouTube video or whatever I see. But just getting some movement in after a day of sitting is so important, and I think it could be very beneficial if everyone tried to do that, but I know not everyone's schedules will let them. I'm very thankful for being able to just decompress after work and get a good workout in. And then after a good workout, the next important thing is getting a good meal. Please ignore my cat. He doesn't listen. I've tried and tried and tried to get him off of the counter, but it just simply does not work. So the next important part of my after work routine is getting a good meal. You just worked out, you probably broke a sweat, and now you need like some protein and some stuff to regain your strength. So I've been trying out meal prepping. I'm definitely not the best person to talk about meal prepping with because mine always involves some kind of chicken and rice, and it's very boring. So if anyone has any meal prepping recommendations, let me know. But for my first week of work, I made a bunch of the Trader Joe's soy chorizo and some Spanish style rice, and then just like some fajita veggies, and I've been making like fake. So that's what I normally do. It's just out on the counter right now. I still need to put it all together. But just thinking of some good recipes that you can meal prep for the week so you don't have to use your brain anymore or put any more effort into eating after a long day of work. And I think just having some food meal prepped really helps prevent you from giving into the temptation of just getting takeout somewhere, because it'll save you money, it's better for you, and you can make sure you get all the nutrients you need for your day. Having a creative outlet is another thing that I think many of us forget when we start working a 9 to 5, because you get home, you're tired, you want to eat food, and then suddenly the day gets away from you and you're watching TV till like 9 p.m. But I think breaking up your time into specific segments of like what you're supposed to do during that time is really helpful. So for me, after I eat, I like to have a bit of creative time, so that can be crocheting, painting, drawing, really just anything that taps into that creative outlet. Because I'm just assuming a lot of us, like myself, have very creatively unfulfilling jobs. So just making sure you have that time to yourself to be creative at the end of the day is very important. I think it can help boost our mood and boost our spirits and get us ready for the next day of work. But yeah, normally I do that towards the end of the evening when I feel more refreshed than when I got home from work, so I can make some better artwork. And then once I'm all done getting my creative juices out, I guess you could call it, I am normally ready for bed. So the final part of my 5 to 9 routine is getting ready for bed. I put on some comfy PJs. These are my new Christmas pajamas. I got them for a party at work. They have little cheetahs with lipstick and Christmas hats on, so I feel very bougie. I've never had a matching set of pajamas before. I swear I'm not normally this fancy, but that's what I do after work. I always like to have a little bedtime ritual. I'm a very ritual-based person, if you can't tell, but journaling before bed, getting my skincare done, brushing my teeth, and making myself a nice warm cup of sleepy time tea. I know that brand is like owned by a cult, but they make good tea. But yeah, I normally just read a bit more on my Kindle, look through my phone, even though I know you shouldn't do that, and just get cozy and ready for bed. I hope you all enjoyed my 5 to 9 after my 9 to 5. I hope you got some good tips and tricks that maybe you could implement into your own life. Leave a comment if you found anything helpful. Leave a comment if you didn't find it helpful. Actually, don't do that. It'll make me sad, but I hope you enjoyed the video and you can all have restful evenings. Bye! Thanks for watching.